Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm Blaze, and today we're going to have a look at the third episode of Mythbusters, which is going to be about Iron Shot. Now, before you click off this video, on the grounds that Iron Shot may seem a bit dull to you, or you may think, oh, it reduces damage infantry, and I'm only going to be killing infantry, so why would I ever consider it, let alone watch a video about it? I'm going to explain to you how Iron Shot will literally change the way you play. Now, I started to realise that Iron Shot was actually a really powerful attachment, which, by the way, if you don't know, is an attachment available on certain weapons such as the S5, the CR2, A280 CFE, and the FWB-10K, as well as Disruptor Shot, which is a bit like Iron Shot, just with splash damage as well, on the NT-T42. What Iron Shot does is it increases damage against vehicles, shields, and turrets, but it also decreases damage against infantry. However, the decrease against infantry is not really relevant. I mean, it's really small compared to the actual massive increase that you get against vehicles, shields, and turrets, which is really useful. With Battlefront 2 having no new weapons added to it since launch, and it's been out a year now, I got pretty bored of using these same weapons over and over again, so I started to use Iron Shot a bit. And what I noticed is that these things melt turrets and shields. I mean, shields go down in seconds, no matter which weapon you're using. By the way, the Iron Shot affects all of them really well. And what actually I found out is that also the damage against infantry is hardly reduced at all. In fact, the only weapon where the damage against infantry actually makes a difference on the amount of kills you get is the NT-T42, because the Disruptor Shot damage, with it having explosive damage, means that you can't headshot kill assault specialists, or in fact any of the regular infantry classes. So maybe you want to stay away from the NT-T42 Disruptor Shot if you're looking for those headshots across the map, but for all the other weapons, equipping the Iron Shot attachment can be really, really useful. But obviously me just saying this isn't enough, so this video is going to be showing what each of the weapons do against each of the different shields and turrets. However, obviously in arcade you can't test vehicles, so I'm not going to go into that. You'll just have to take my word that these things melt vehicles, especially when you get behind them. And also I'm going to stay away from Phasma's droid and Leia's shield, which also have iron effects on them when you shoot with iron weapons, so they do go down pretty fast. However, you're never really going to come across these in Galactic Assault, so it's not really worth picking an Iron Shot attachment just for destroying Leia's shield, for example. Starting off with the CR2, it will melt through combat shields, both regular and improved, so if you're shooting at a heavy with a combat shield up, it literally will not make a difference on the time it takes to kill. That's the same with the specialist personal shield. As for the officer's regular and improved turrets, and his squad shield, those go down pretty fast, but not instantly, so it will take half a second to destroy them, a little burst, maybe a third of its cooling power, and they'll be out, so it's definitely very quick. You can burst down the turret before it has a chance to do significant damage to you as well. And in case any of you don't know, the outside of the squad shield takes a while to destroy, having 1,200 health at epic level, which is what these tests are from. However, the Iron Shot you can see melts through them. However, the inside of the squad shield, the actual hub, all the weapons I'm going to cover will one-shot a squad shield from within, so if you shoot that hub with any kind of weapon with an Iron Shot attachment, the shield will drop. For the purpose of saving time, just apply all of the damage numbers from the CR2 to the FWB-10K. They're pretty much exactly the same, except the FWB-10K has slightly better range and slightly better accuracy and spread. As for the S5, it will one-shot a regular combat shield, two-shot an improved combat shield, then it will take 6 shots to destroy a squad shield, which isn't actually too long. However, if you're close to the squad shield, I recommend just running in there and one-shotting the actual hub. It will two-shot a regular turret, and it will 3-shot an improved turret, that's blaster turret by the way, and it will one-shot the specialist shield. Second to last, the A280 CFE. Now in the tests I used the burst mod, which I do not think alters the actual damage of each shot, and I assume most of you who are using the A280 CFE would probably have burst on, because without burst the weapon is just practically useless, but with burst it turns into actually one of the specialist's best weapons, so use it with burst is what I'm trying to say. And in one burst it will, which is 3 shots by the way, so if you want to find out how many shots it takes, then just multiply what I said by 3. It'll take 1 burst to destroy a heavy's combat shield, improved or regular, and 4 bursts to destroy the officer's shield from the outside, 3 for an improved turret, and 2 for a regular turret. As for the personal shield for the specialist, that just goes down in a single burst. Now I would say out of all the weapons I've covered so far, the A280 CFE is probably the weapon you most want to use Iron Shot on, because it is actually the specialist's best medium to short range weapon anyway, so just equipping the Iron Shot on top of it is completely fine and is just an addition as opposed to subtracting something else, whereas the CR2 I would argue is the assault's worst weapon apart from the regular weapons. The FWB 10K is a great weapon for the heavy, but personally I'd use it. Personally I'd use the TL50, so I'd have to switch weapons to use Iron Shot, so I'm not sure if I'll do that. And the same for the officer. For the officer, I tend to use the SE44C, and a lot of people like the Blug, not really the S5. However, for the specialist, the A280 CFE with burst and Iron Shot is really the way to go. The specialist does have one other Iron Shot weapon, and it's the NTT42, which has the Disruptor Shot, as you should know, which actually has splash damage, which means that the headshots against Assault, Specialist, and Officer will not one-hit kill them as they do regularly. Obviously, 2 body hits will still 2-hit kill them. So personally, I won't be using NTT42 with Disruptor Shot unless I'm specifically targeting vehicles, like on Geonosis. The NTT42 from the back of the map with Disruptor Shot is a great way to get rid of those ATTEs. As for its actual damage numbers, in case you do want to use it, it will one-shot everything I've covered, so that's improved or not, turret, squad shield, combat shield, and personal shield. Anyway, that wrapped up that video. Next week I'm planning to do an Ahsoka Tano hero concept. If you want me to do another hero, please let me know in the comments below. Hopefully that should be some fun. I just felt like doing it, so I'm going to put it up on the channel. Other than that, like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more content like this and better. Bye.